Yeshayahu, chapter 10. Hoya hoqaqim, hiqqehawen. Woe to the ones decreeing decrees of trouble or iniquity. Umekatavim amal kitevu. And ones writing trouble they write. Lahatot midin dalim, to turn aside poor ones from justice. Wiligazol mithapat ani ye ammi, and to rob judgment from the poor of my people. Lihiyota halmanot shalalam, that widows be their spoil. Wetiyatomim yavozu, and they prey upon fatherless ones. وَمَهْتَعَشُوا لِيَوْمِ بِقُدَّى, and what shall ye do for the day of visitation? وَلَشُوهَا مِمَّرْحَقَ تَابُوهَ, and for desolation from afar it cometh. Alami tanusul ezra, upon whom ye would flee for help. Wahana ta'azabu kavodakam, and to where ye would leave your glory. Bilati kara tahat hasir, only they shall bow down under prisoners. وَتَحَتَ harugim yipolu, and under slain ones they shall fall. بكل ذوت الله ثاب هبو وعود يادو نتويا. In all this his anger hath not returned, and yet his hand is stretched out. Hoya hathur shevet ahapi, woe, O Ashuri, rod of my anger. Umatehu biyadam za'ami, and it is a staff in their hand, my indignation. Bugoya hanef ashalhenu, among a godless nation I send it. Wa'ala'am evrati athawanu, and upon a nation of my wrath I command it. Lishalol shalal walavoz buzz, to take a spoil and to prey on a prey. Ulesumo miramas kechomer huthot, and for its lifting, a treading like the mire of the streets. Uhu lo ken yedam, and he, not so, he likeneth or imagineth. Ulavavo lo ken yahashov, and his heart, not so, it reckoneth. Ki lahashemid bilavavo, though to destroy is in his heart. Ulahakarit goyim lo ma'at, and to cut off nations, not a few. Ki yomar, for he saith, Halo sharai yahadau malachim, is it not my princes together are kings? Halo Karkamish Kalano, is it not like Karkamish Kalno is? Imelo Kaharapad Hamad. If not Hamath, like Arpad, Imaloh Kadameshach Shomron. If not like Dameshach Shomron, Katar Mata Yadi Lemamlekot Haelil Upesilehem Mi Yerushalem Umishomron. Like as my hand hath found the kingdoms of the idol, and their graven images were beyond Yerushalem and beyond Shomron. Haloh katra ashiti l'Shomron, ולהלי leha ken אעשה לירושלם, ולעצבها. Is it not like how I effectuated to Shomron and to its idols, thus I shall effectuate to Yerushalem and to her idols? Wahaya ki yivasa Adonai et kol ma'ashehu. And it shall be that the Lord shall break off all his work. Bahar Zion Yerushalem, in the Mount Zion and in Yerushalem. Epqod al perigodel lebab melka Hathur wa al tiferet rum enau. I shall muster upon the fruit of the greatness of the heart of the king of Athur, and upon the glory of the haughtiness of his eyes. Ki amar, because he hath said, B'koch yadi ashita, in the strength of my hand, by the strength of my hand, I have effectuated. Ubehokamati ki nebunoti, and by my wisdom, because I am made understanding. Wahasir gebulot amim, and bound the borders of the peoples. Wa'atudotehem shosheti, and their readied things or treasures I have plundered. Worid kabir yothabim, and I have brought down the ones sitting like mighty ones. Watimthah kakenayadi, and my hand hath found like the nest, lehel ha'amim, for the wealth or the army of the peoples. Wikehesop besim azubot, and like the gathering of forsaken eggs. Kol ha'arsh ani hasafati, all the earth I have gathered. V'lo haya noded kanaf u'posef umstafasef, and there was not one moving a wing, or one opening a mouth and chirping. Hayt paher hagarzen al hahoseb bo. Is it that the axe would glorify itself over the one hewing by means of it? Imeit gadel hamashor alamnifo. Is it that the saw would make itself great over the one waving it. Kahani peshevet we'et mari mau. Kaharim mat lohe esh. Like the waving of a staff, like the staff's waving, the one lifting it up, like the rod lifting something not wood. Lakin yeshallah Adon Yahushabaot. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is sending B'mishamano among his fat ones, Razon leanness, Watahat Kabodo Yekar Yekod Ki Yekod, and instead of its glory, a burning is kindled like the burning of a fire. Wahayahor Yisrael leish, and the light of Yisrael shall become for fire. Ukadosho lelehava, and his Holy One for a flame. Uba'ara wahakala shito ushmiro b'yom ehad, and it shall burn and it shall consume his thorn and his thorn bush in one day. Ukavod Ya'ro, and the glory of his forest, Ukaramillo, and his fruitful field, Min Nepesh Wa'ad Bashar Yakal, from soul and as far as flesh, he shall finish. Wahaya Kimesos no ses, and it shall be like the melting of one being sick. Ushar esh ya'ro misapar yehu unagar yekatavim, and the rest of the wood of the forest, his forest, shall be for number, and a lad shall write them. Wahaya bayom hahu, and it shall be in that day, Lo Yosif od shahar Yisrael, upelet at bet Yaakov lehishaen alamakehu. The remnant of Yisrael shall not add still, and the escapee of the house of Yaakov to lean upon the one smiting him. V'nisha'ana al Yahweh Kadosh Yisrael behemet, and it shall lean upon Yahweh the Holy One of Yisrael in truth. Shahar Yathub, Shahar Yaakov, El Gibbor, a remnant shall return, a remnant of Yaakov, to God the Mighty One. Ki imehya amka Yisrael kahol hayam shar Yathub bo. Because if thy people Yisrael be like the sand of the sea, a remnant shall return by him, or among it. Kilayon haruth shotef tzedakah. A finishing is decided, overflowing in righteousness. Ki chala v'nihratha, because a finishing also is decided. Adonai Yahweh Shabbaot Oshe بقرب كل حارش. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is effectuating in the midst of all the earth. Laken kohamar Adonai Yahweh Shabbaoth. Therefore, thus the Lord Yahweh Shabbaoth, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, hath said, Alatira Ammi Yotheb Zion Mehathur. Fear not, my people, dwelling in Zion, from Ashur. Bashevet Yakka. By the rod he smiteth thee, Umatehu Yesha'alaka Bederk Mithraim, and his staff he lifteth upon thee in the way of Mithraim. Ki od ma'at mizar, for yet a little of a littleness, Wikala za'am, and indignation shall end. Wahapi al tam, and my anger upon their destruction. Wa'orer alai Yahushavaot shot, and Yahweh of hosts is stirring over him a whip, Kamakat Midian, Bethur Oreb, like the slaughter or smiting of Midian in the rock of Oreb, Umatehu alahayam, and his staff over the sea, Unashao bederk Mithraim, and his lifting in the way of Mithraim. Wahaya bayom hahu, and it shall be in that day, Yasur sublo me ala shikamerka, his burden shall turn from upon thy shoulder, Ullo me ala tawaraka, and his yoke from upon thy neck, Uhubbala ol mipene shaman, and a yoke shall be destroyed from the faces of fatness. Bah ala ayat, he hath come upon ayat, avar b'migron, he hath passed on in Migron. L'michamash, yapaqid kelau, for Michmash he hath mustered his things. Abaru ma'abara, they have passed the pass. Geba malon lanu, Geba, the lodging for us, or Geba, a lodging they lodge. Harada harama, the Rama trembleth. Gibeat Shaul, Nasa, Gibeah of Shaul hath fled. Sahali qolek bat Galim, O daughter of Galim, thy voice cry shrilly. Hakashibi Laisha, Aniya Anatot, be thou attentive, Laisha, thou poor one, Anatot. Nadada, Mother Mena hath fled. Yothabe Hagebim Heizu, dwellers of the Gevim, they have taken refuge. O the Hayom b'Nob la'amod, still today in Nob to stand. Yenofe yado harbat Zion, he shaketh his hand at the mount of the daughter of Zion. Givat Yerushalem, the hill of Yerushalem. Hinne Hadon Yahushabaot, Messiah Pura, B'ma'aratha. Behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is one lopping a branch in terror. Warame Hakoma Gedu'im, and the heights of the height shall be hewn things. Wahagavohim Yishapalu, and the lofty shall be brought low. Weniqaf Sivke Hayar Babbarzel, and he shall chop off the thickets in the forest by the iron. Wahalavanun Bahadir Yipol, and the Lebanon by a mighty one shall fall.